Hey everyone, Nitesh this side. So let's start with the question. So the question is swap nodes in a pair. So you have given a linked list. You have to swap two adjacent node, and after that you just have to return its head. Okay, and you must solve the problem without modifying the value in the list node. Okay, so let's see with an example. So you're given this linked list. Okay, and you have to basically swap the adjacent element. So if you can see these two are adjacent, so you will swap it. Okay, so you will make it two at here and one at here, so it will become 2 1. Okay, similarly you have to do with for this element also 3 4 also. So for 3 4, 4 will come here and 3 will come here. Okay, so it will become 4 3, and if the element is only 1 or is it null, it will come at the same as it is. Now the question is, can we do like by changing just the value? So no, you can't just change the value. So in the question it's clearly mentioned like you must solve the problem without modifying the value. Okay, so let's see how we can approach this question. Okay, so let's take this example. Let's like head pointing to this. So what we will do, we will take two pointers. So first we'll be pointing to here. This will be my first and this will be my second. Okay. So what we need to do is basically reverse this 2, take this 2 and replace it by 1 and 1 replace it by 2. So what it basically means, remove this pointer, this one, and point this first pointer to here, basically to here. It's basically second dot next, as you can see. Okay. And after that, what you need to do, you have to make a pointer from basically connection from 2 to 1 also. So what you need to do, you need to remove this pointer and point it to here. Okay, so let's see how our basically after this pointer update, let's see how our pointer look like. So it will become 1 2 3. So let me just, okay, so after updation it will become something like this, and we will take one more pointer, basically current. For every time we will calculate the first and second from here. Okay, so after this iteration current will point here. Okay, so basically current is at here and we will again calculate the first and second. So now first will point here and second will point here. Okay, so we need to do the same. What we will do, basically remove this 3 pointer, basically first pointer from here and point it to this point. Now as you can see we can easily point, but now how can we put basically what we are doing is put this second dot next to this 3. Okay, this we can put, so it will become 4 and 3 and null. But how we can make this one next pointer to this 4? So we need some sort of a previous pointer also. So let's see how we can tackle this problem. Okay. Okay, so as you see in our previous approach, it like we don't have a previous pointer. So let's take a dummy variable. Okay, dummy point, a list node. Okay, so let's create one dummy node. So let's take is as a dummy node, and this will point to this head basically. Okay, and what we will do, so it's basically, let's name it as D. This is dummy. Let's take the current pointer from here. Okay, we will do the same process again, and now you can see we can easily able to solve that problem that we occur in previous approach. So we will follow the same previous approach. So what we will do, we need the 2 pointers. Okay, so 2 pointers how we can get is, so what we will do, for the first it will be current dot next, so this is first. Similarly second will be current dot next. So first will be equal to, you can say, current dot next, and your second will be current dot next. Okay, we will do the same step. What we need to do, we need to remove this pointer, basically first dot next, and point it to the second dot next. Basically this is second dot next, that's why. So we will point it at here, and for the second what we will do, basically point this second dot next to this only, and after this we need to point our previous or the current value also. So this will now point to, you can say, not here, it will now point to here, current dot next is now point to second. Okay, so let's rearrange them. Okay, so this now becomes something like this, and after like first swapping of element, what we will do, we will increase our current will now point to current dot next dot next. So now if you can see dot next, it will now point to here. This is now current. Okay, so we will again calculate the first will be now current dot next. Similarly, second will be current dot next. And what we will do, we will first delete this pointer, basically first dot next now point to here, and second dot next now point to here, again to first, and your current pointer, this basically one is pointing to 3, this now is point to second. Okay, so let's rearrange them. So after arrangement, it will look something like this, and we will increase our current pointer by current dot next, so it will point here. Okay, and current will only go till current dot next is not equal to null, and current dot next equal to null. Because if it is having two elements, then we do some work, otherwise we will just come out of a loop. Okay, so I hope it will be clear to you. You can also try with other example by your own also. So let's calculate the time complexity. Time complexity is just we are doing a loop over a single linked list, so it will be a big of n. And space, we just use a one dummy node extra, so this is also you can consider a big of 1. Okay, so let's write the code for this. Okay, so what we need, a dummy node. Let's create a dummy node first. Dummy equal to new list node. Let's call it 0. Let's initialize with 0 value. And what we will do first, point dummy to basically head. So dummy dot next, it point to head. Okay, and let's take a current value also, list dot node current, which will be start from dummy. So I hope you got the concept of dummy, why we use it. So we will do by a loop. So while current dot next is not equal to null, and current dot next is not equal to null, we will do something. What we will do, we will take to a pointer first equal to current dot next, and the second will be current dot next. So for what is our first step? First step is basically first dot next will point to second dot next. Second dot next will point to first. Okay, and after this, what we will do, our current, basically this is the major step for using the dummy. Current dot next will point to second, and after doing all the update, we need to increase our current. So current will move forward, current equal to current dot next. So after come out of a loop, what we need to return, if you can see here, we need to return this head pointer, basically this to pointer. So we need to return dummy dot next. So we return dummy dot next. Okay, let's run the code. Okay, so this is accepted. Let's submit it. So this is also accepted. So I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching my video.